What's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. Today we got to talk about it. Do we have any real concern when buying an electric vehicle today? Hurricane Ian is causing issues all over the place, but mainly it's causing fires in electric vehicles. Now, do we have need for concern when going to buy an electric vehicle, or are we okay? Will salt mixed with snow and ice and water cause fires in electric cars? I don't know, you all. They're all questions. They are all questions. Guys, welcome back to Cadillac Driven. We're back with another video. Listen, we haven't forgotten about you all. We are still here. We are still awaiting the Cadillac Lyriq as well. I started another channel. I'm going to leave the link down below just in case you guys want to check it out. But right now, we got some news, some important news we need to talk about, especially for those of you all who are thinking about getting an EV. And you live in an area where there's hurricanes. So if you haven't heard, Hurricane Ian has been running amok, but it has also been causing problems with electric vehicles. So there are some electric vehicles in Florida that has been catching fire. One has been a Tesla, and I got some information about that. Right now, salt water doesn't work well with the chemistry that's made in the battery, right? So what happens if your car is submerged underwater, it corrodes the seal, which allows the salt water to get in. Again, it doesn't work well with the chemistry of the battery, which helps to ignite a fire. Now, these fires are hard to put out, so I would not try to put this out myself. Fire departments have been using foam and water, but what they have found is that these cars will reignite maybe more than one time. So when you think it's out, it could restart again. So that's why I suggest that you call the fire department to help you to put this fire out. Right now, the other thing is that they suggest that you move your car 50 feet. Well, if your car is in a fire or you think your car is about to get caught on fire, I wouldn't do that. I would watch the news if you live in those areas where, you know, your city, your state is prone to hurricanes. And if I'm keeping up with the weather, I know that there's a hurricane hopefully on its way, and I can make sure that from now on, I will park my car outside until this hurricane passes. So yes, is there any concern for anybody else in any other part of the state? Not for the most part, but splashing salt water on your car is going to affect it. It isn't going to make your car catch fire or anything like that. It's about your car being submerged underwater in salt water. Now, I had a question which got answered for me. What about regular salt? I live in the Midwest, right? Salt mixed with snow, mixed with water, creates salt water. And they're saying that the seal is at the top of the battery, up at the top, and we have nothing to worry about. I kind of believe that because Tesla has been out for a very long time. We got the Ioniq 5, we got the EV6, we also got the Mustang Mach-E that's been out for a while, and it has been no issue so far as salt water and damaging being caused to the battery. So I don't think there's anything that we're going to have to worry about. But what I would do is I would ask the questions that needs to be asked at your dealership, which you should be doing anyway. You should be either researching it or asking your dealership. A lot of times your dealership don't even know a lot of the information that's online. Like, a lot of people do not know that EV cars have issues, right, that you need to know about, which is the range, right, that's being depleted by weather. You don't know these things. You don't know to ask these things. And some of the dealerships may not even tell you about these things. So these are some of the things that you need to pay attention to before you buy an EV. Do your research. Okay. Now we got some more information, right? And it's about the Cadillac Lyriq and what they're doing so far as battery fires. All right, you all, let's talk about Cadillac. Now, Cadillac is ahead of the game, right? Ironically, to what's sadly taking place in Florida with Hurricane Ian, where the hurricane and salt water is causing EV cars to catch fire. Now, Cadillac announced a material that's going to protect people who are on the inside of the cabin just in case of fire. Now, it's not going to stop the car from catching fire, but it will stop the people, from what I understand, from burning up on the inside of the car. But I still have a question, and I'm hoping you can help me in the comment section down below. What do you do while the fire is going on? Of course, you call the fire department, right? But do you have to wait in the car until the fire is put out, or until the fire department gets there? Are you going to heat up? Those are some of the questions that we need to ask the dealership and or the manufacturer before we buy these cars, just to have a clear understanding of how this material works. But I am going to read what was written. I will leave a link to this article in the description box down below. Now, they say the other material, the company has announced today is a fire safety material designed to keep passengers safe in case of a battery fire. While battery fires are uncommon in electric vehicles, being prepared for the worst case scenario can be a difference between life and death. The name of it is called, I believe, Star Flown X-Protect. It's a nylon-based fire retardant that can prevent fires from ever affecting the internal occupant of the vehicle. So Cadillac is saying that you're going to be safe. They say they place these in their cars already, and I'm not sure if they're just talking about the 2024 or if they're talking about the 2023 and the 2024. Again, that's a question to ask the dealer when you get ready to go in and buy your car. That's something that is definitely needed, because there was an incident a couple of weeks ago where somebody was on the I-75 and he was in a car crash and the battery caught fire and he could not get out and he died in the car. So this is definitely very, very important for the people who are going to be buying EVs, who are not asking questions. Hopefully this video prompt you to ask questions, because there's a lot of questions about EVs that you need to know its functions, the ins and outs. Like, for instance, range, right? A lot of people don't ask a question about range. You know that you get 312 with the Cadillac Lyriq, but do you really get 312 in the winter? Do you get 312 in the summer? Do you get 312 when you have the heat on, when you have the air conditioner on? You need to ask these questions. All these things are online. I know you don't know in your head what questions you should ask. All you got to do is go online and put EV checklist. And maybe a lot of that information will come up, but you need to research what EVs are all about before you order an EV or before you think about buying an EV. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to see you all at the next one. Enjoy, have fun, and be safe.